This should make your blood boil.
A guy from Bangladesh comes over to the USA.
Starts naming streets.
Starts naming streets after Islamic
It's unbelievable. I
conquerors.
cannot sometimes even believe it. It's unbelievable what Allah can do for you.
What Allah can do for you. A guy comes from Bangladesh, starts naming streets in the US after Muslim heroes. Most of those Muslim heroes actually killed Christian heroes. They have different heroes, you have different heroes. All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, and I've got some awesome news to share with you. But before I go into that, I need to first of all tell you that America is different from the rest of the Western world. When we started seeing calls for Sharia in the UK, in Germany, in France, yes, it's been happening in all of these countries for decades. This video that I keep showing you over and over again, this was recorded in 2005. Yet the British establishment did absolutely nothing. Instead, they gaslit their own public into accusations of racism, being Islamophobic, blah, blah, blah. You know the gist. That's how bad it's been in the UK, in France, in Germany. But the United States, I'm happy to report, is slightly different. So in Texas, they were trying to build an Islamic city called Epic City, where no non-Muslims are allowed. Okay? No non-Muslims would have been allowed in this Islamic epic city. This is the epitome of their own Islamic Sharia-infested enclave. They have been saying that they would implement Sharia law there. But thankfully, this woman, Amy Mack, who's been working tirelessly to expose the rise of Islamism and its growing influence in America for many years, she got the attention of Governor Greg Abbott. And he has just announced, let me read that to you. Today, I called on local district attorneys to investigate alleged Sharia courts operating in Texas. These tribunals have no legal authority in our state. Only Texas laws enforced by Texas courts govern our people. There is Amy Mack. She's saying, I reported on this back in May. Will your office be taking action? Can you please confirm? So Amy has been working tirelessly, okay? I think one day she deserves, I don't know, whatever is the highest civilian award in America, she deserves that. So Greg Abbott has said that there's going to be no Sharia court. There's going to be no epic city in Texas. Have a listen to him.
And that's exactly right. And it gets even more complicated and maybe worse because whether they're called HOA fees or whatever, there are fees that are required to be paid. It goes to the mosque. And according to the information we have, part of that goes back to officials or leaders, if you would, back in other countries, higher up imams. And so this is something and this is one reason why there's a lawsuit for fraud and other things. And that's because it was not clear at all in the paperwork about how this money was going to be used and how it's going to be required to go back to the mosque and to the mosque leaders, whether they be in the United States or some other country. And so they tried to hide the ball of what they were trying to impose, and only investigations revealed the structure that they had created that was so flawed.
So in order to discourage non-Muslims from buying land or houses in this Muslim epic city, the residents of this city will have to pay some sort of a fee, out of which 75% of that will go to the local mosque, the epic mosque, East Plano Mosque, or whatever that mosque is called. So if you're a non-Muslim, why would you want to pay that? So that was their little hack that would discourage non-Muslims from coming there. See how clever they are? You see how they do it? This is how they create their enclaves. But this was the worst example because here they announced what they're going to do. This is all public knowledge, by the way. There was a video in which this guy was saying that this is how we're going to discourage non-Muslim Americans from coming to our city or buying property. At least in the UK, in France, in Germany, it happened organically that one Muslim said, okay, well, this is a Muslimish neighborhood, so let's move over there. And then over time, white Europeans would leave that area because property prices will fall down, crime will go up, and, you know, aesthetics of the area go down whenever Muslims move into your neighborhood. But that was not organized. But this was organized. They announced it. Let me show you what the biggest proponent of the city was saying openly, publicly. No shame.
Brothers and sisters, I'm sure many of you have heard of the amazing project that we're doing known as Epic Cities. We are, alhamdulillah, constructing an entire city half an hour from downtown.
Only for Muslims. And we've got a clever hack to prevent non-Muslims from buying property in our new Islamic Sharia city.
Literally 30 minutes from our own Plano Masjid over here. It's going to be a city of over 1,000 people. Alhamdulillah, we launched this website last year and we sold the entire phase 1 within days. Because of the demand, we are now opening up Epic Ranches. Epic Ranches is an exclusive opportunity for those who want to be within minutes of Epic City, but also want larger plots. We have 2 Epic Ranches. Epic Ranches 1 begins with 1 acreage and goes up to 5 acreage. And Epic Ranches 2 has plots of ½ acre and also investment opportunities for those who want to build condominiums. Brothers and sisters, this is a limited time opportunity.
So this is what they were planning. Let me show you who this guy really is, what his ambitions are. Have a listen.
Bring about a revolution. If every one of us, brothers and sisters, we are in this audience over 10,000. If every one of us made it our goal that I'm going to change the minds of 10 people, 10 people, I'm going to change the minds of 10 of my colleagues, 10 of my friends, 10 of the people I associate with in the next year. That would automatically mean 100,000 people are now seeing the world from a different perspective.
Meaning from their perspective, Islamic perspective. Do you now understand why you see these random Muslims always preaching you about their religion, always telling you amazing things about their religion? I mean, we are living in funny times because it's not that easy to fool ordinary Westerners. Yeah, you can fool those blue-haired Wokistanis who've never read a book in their life. But every time a Muslim tries to give you dawah or tries to preach you, proselytize you, what's the first question that comes to your mind? That's okay, but why did your prophet marry a 9-year-old child? Now, that's thanks to people like us, because we've been drumming that into you for many, many years now. So this doesn't work. But look how aggressive. They have a goal. They have an agenda, which is un-American. Not only un-American, it's actually anti-American. It's anti-Western. Their worldview is anti-Western. They could not take over militarily, although it might happen in Europe. But America, they can't take you over without military power. But this is a sneaky way of doing it. They've done it. They've seen their numbers boost in Europe. I know in America it's only 2%, but it can creep up on you very quickly. Let's finish this guy.
If all the Muslims of America did the same thing, what would happen? We would literally bring about a political and cultural revolution. This is our job in this country.
And he will be seen as a new founding father of America. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me tell you a little bit more about this city. Let me play you another video clip. I'll tell you something.
It's okay, sister. Oh, mashallah, brother. Oh, brother, wow. You are good.
Everybody is Muslim here. Names have been chosen on Muslim scientists of the golden era of Islam. So this is the masjid, mashallah. They have the Salam Masjid here.
MashaAllah, it's a Muslim area.
Private park.
That guy was Pakistani. Look, it's all Muslims. You would not find any non-Muslim American here. That's the goal. That was always the goal.
All right, I can't play here. MashaAllah written on all of them. Allah Muhammad. Oh my God, this one is a real beauty. This is Muslims, right? Medina Villas, I knew it. They're Muslim. The masjid is right next door. We just walk to the masjid, MashaAllah. That's how easy it is here. So,
look at this. What have you done, America? How did you let this happen?
SubhanAllah, in America, in the United States. Welcome to Irving, Texas. And we are entering a very interesting community. A community made up of Muslims. A community where the street names are all Muslims. This is the Valencia State's Mahmoud Egal Drive. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Dallas, Texas, where you will see these homes where not even the people inside are Muslim, but actually,
look at the street names, Mahmoud.
The name of the streets are Muslim. Amal Saleh Drive.
Why? What have these people done to America? How are they getting streets named after them? How?
Check out these homes. We are looking at these homes here in Irving, Texas. There's another brother.
See, there are no dogs, nothing.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. This is this before. You got to see this.
So it's a very long video. I'll include the link in the description so you can watch it yourself. This was on a smaller scale, but these are the kind of cities that they're trying to build all over America with their names. Actually, let me show you their hubris, arrogance. Listen to this. Don't listen to me. Listen to them. Listen to this guy.
Guy from
They can't even believe their luck. And they're not thanking America, they're thanking their God for this. Have a listen to this. This should make your blood boil.
A guy from Bangladesh comes over to the USA,
Starts naming streets.
starts naming streets after Islamic
It's unbelievable. I
conquerors.
cannot sometimes even believe it. It's unbelievable what Allah can do for you.
What Allah can do for you. A guy who comes from Bangladesh starts naming streets in the US after Muslim heroes. Most of those Muslim heroes actually killed Christian heroes. They have different heroes, you have different heroes. They're not the same. These two cultures are not the same. No matter how much they tell you that multiculturalism and diversity is our strength, it isn't. Cultures don't mix. These cultures have been fighting each other for thousands of years. And you think they're just going to come in and everything's going to be okay? No, it's not. Clearly not.
What's called verbal manifestations. If you keep saying something to someone, they'll become like that. If you keep telling someone they're a villain, they'll become a villain. People keep saying, "Bro, these Muslims are taking over." The masses, you know what? If you keep calling, if you keep saying it,
Yes.
I'm actually gonna do it.
They're actually proud of that. If you fear that Islam is going to take over your country, if you keep saying it over and over again, then it's going to happen. That's what they believe. Of course, it ain't going to happen because America is not going to go down. Look, I do feel very pessimistic about the UK, France, and Germany, but I'm still hopeful these amazing, awesome countries are not going to fall to these medieval barbarians. But they're going to get hurt a lot. They are hurting a lot. But the United States of America, the muscle of the West, the most strongest country in the history of humanity, I think it wouldn't even notice a scratch. Such is my view of the United States. Let me show you some more.
Streets, Khalid ibn al-Walid, Tariq bin Ziyad.
Tariq bin Ziyad conquered Spain, and then his armies went into France as well. These Muslim heroes were fighting against Christendom. They're taunting you. They're making fun of you. They're not even saying thank you. They're saying, oh, look at the glory of Allah. He's allowing them to come to the US without any armies. And we're naming streets after our heroes, not their heroes. I bet they didn't even name a single street after a non-Muslim. They might exploit people like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X because, they try to say, hey, look, we're fighting against this white supremacy, this white hegemony. They might do that, but even that is a bit of a stretch.
The great conquerors. People need to Google those conquerors and know.
Yeah, Google those conquerors, what they did. They killed Christians.
What are we made of? Yeah,
Islamophobes, they're burning, bro.
Google Tariq bin Ziyad.
Tariq bin Ziyad is a Muslim commander who invaded Spain and conquered Christian land.
Streets, Khalid ibn al-Walid.
There's a civil war going on in America right now, right under your nose, and you may not even realize it. The weapons being used aren't bullets, they're building permits.
279-acre land. So like you said, brother, masjid, homes, a total Muslim village. So we're still debating on the name, but it's going to be something Muslim name and a village attached to it, right?
They're not just building houses, they're building a beachhead for Islamic conquest in the heart of Texas. Epic City, which stands for East Plano Islamic Center, is a 279-acre development outside Dallas.
Of the streets, Khalid ibn al-Walid, bin Ziyad, all the great conquerors. People need to Google those conquerors and know what are we made of. Yeah,
They're burning, bro.
Google Tariq bin Ziyad.
Tariq bin Ziyad is a Muslim commander who invaded Spain and conquered Christian land. And they want to name American streets after him. Here they are bragging again about a legal ordinance forcing 75% of homeowners' fees to support Masjid, the mosque, knowing Christians won't want any part of it.
So that service fee will put there 75% of the service fee you're paying goes to the masjid.
So that's what I told you earlier. That's the hack to discourage non-Muslims from buying property in Epic City. Why would you want 75% of your council rates or tax to go to a mosque? Why? That way we'll keep them out. So sneaky, isn't it? They hate you. It's such a... I really can't wrap my head around it, even though I was born and raised in Pakistan. I understand this culture, but I can't understand this deception. This is pure deception, not only to their enemies, but to their own selves as well. They hate the infidels. They hate the kuffar. You, non-Muslims, they hate them. They hate their countries. They hate the United States of America. This is why every time you ask them, they'll say, no, we love America. We hate America's foreign policy. Then why is it that a white American will always defend America? even though they may criticize America's foreign policy, but they will love and defend America. These people don't love and defend America because, again, it's not their country. They don't see it as their own country. And can you blame them? They're looking at it from an external point of view. It's a different culture. As I said, they have different heroes, they have a different moral code, they have different ideals, they have different expectations, which are completely antithetical to what American way of life is. So you can't really blame them. There is only one solution. I am convinced that multiculturalism has failed for the most part. Yes, there are some other cultures like Hindus and Christians and Buddhists, and there's so many other great cultures who have moved to America, and within a generation or two, they have become Americans, okay? They have become Americans. So I don't think I should say that multiculturalism has totally failed, but there is one culture, I can bet my life on it, and you can keep digging on this, you can keep researching, but you will always find one answer, that Islam does not mix with other cultures. It's in Islam's DNA. It's a very aggressive, violent ideology. It dominates. It's a dominant ideology. But they don't have any military power. They haven't been a military power for nearly 300 years now. So they cannot take you from the strength of their arms. But they can do these sneaky things. They've already done it in Germany, France, and Britain. And now they're going for the biggest prize, which is the US. Again, a long shot, a very long shot, because they haven't even succeeded in Germany, France, and Britain yet. But as you guys know how bad the situation is over there, but it can get really bad. But they are coming for America as well.
So they would automatically not want to come.
Automatically, if you are a practicing Christian, I would advise you, why help the Muslims, you know?
Wake up, America. Sharia supporting Muslims are in the U.S. telling you to your fate, you're not welcome.
Yeah.
It's the blueprint for a parallel Islamic society. School children will adhere to strict Islamic dress code and gender segregation. Listen to these children chanting for the destruction of Israel. This isn't education, it's indoctrination.
This used to happen in Palestine. Now they're doing that in America. What are these kids going to be when they grow up? Look no further. Look to the UK. They've got second, third generation Muslims there who were born and raised to Muslim parents who were born and raised themselves in the UK. Even 2 or 3 generations could not take away their radicalism. In fact, it actually doubled down. America, please wake up.
New York Times makes it sound like this is just another housing project, accusing patriots sounding the alarm of Islamophobia. Do these men sound like they're afraid of Islamophobia?
A guy from Bangladesh comes over to the USA.
You're already seeing it, sorry. So I think you've seen most of these clips. Now that you understand what we are up against, you cannot take it lightly. Let me play you a video from Congressman Keith Self. Okay, this is very important. Listen to him.
Preserving a Sharia-free America Act is important because if you are a foreign national and you adhere to Sharia, then you're going to leave the country. Foreign national, not citizens, but foreign national of any sort. If you adhere to Sharia, you're going to leave the country or you will not be allowed to come into the country. That's an important bill that we need to get passed. And then
I'll go one step further. I know Representative Keith Self said that only foreign nationals, not citizens, but as societies evolve, so does our morality and our laws have to evolve as well. Citizenship cannot be treated as some holy sacred cow that just cannot be touched. By the way, people have tried that in some countries. In the UK, in Australia, you can be stripped of your citizenship if you are found guilty of any terror charge. So adhering to Sharia should be seen as aiding and abetting terror because Sharia is terror. People who believe in Sharia, they believe that homosexuals should be thrown off rooftops. Adulterers should be stoned to death. Thieves' hands should be cut. Actually, people who speak up against Islam, people who spread fitna, their hands and feet must be cut from opposite ends. That's chapter 5, verse 33 in the Quran. Not a hadith, in the Quran. So anyone who propagates or promotes Sharia, that should be seen as aiding and abetting terror. And if you're found guilty of that, your citizenship can be stripped as well. Desperate times call for desperate measures. The more you bend over backwards for these people, the more they're going to demand their own slowdown. You've seen that. Again, I'm not saying something that hasn't happened yet. You can see that in Europe. And they're absolutely helpless because they are what they are, you know, the culture over there. But America is different. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for America.
The Randy Fine bill that says that American courts cannot adhere to Sharia and take Sharia law into account is also an important bill. But again, this is all legislation. The people need to be aware of the great danger that we are in and participate in this. Support your elected officials that are going to be doing the heavy lifting, your law enforcement that's going to be doing the heavy lifting, and do not be intimidated.
Do not be intimidated by these people. Seriously. I don't want to sound like an arrogant person who is not taking his enemy seriously or taking him too lightly. But I'm telling you, if America or Americans stand up to this threat, they wouldn't last a month. They wouldn't last a month in the US. You have to change the culture. This culture of, oh, we're all equal. All cultures are the same. Don't say this. That's offensive. Cut that crap. We've already moved past that. Cancel culture is gone. Some of you young people, I don't know how many young people watch me. Most of the people who listen to me are around my age. Do you remember how bad it was in the 2010s, especially in the latter part of 2010s? How bad cancel culture was? Do you remember that? Someone would say something about any nationality, any ethnicity, not even a disparaging comment, just a critical comment. Comment like this. Like, oh, we don't like Sharia. Huh? How dare you? This is so offensive to Muslims. This is racist. Boom. The person would be destroyed. The jobs would be taken away from them. And that spread fear and panic. So people started shutting up. And then Elon Musk bought X. Whether you like the guy or not, I don't care. I can tell you as a content creator, because I've seen that, I've lived through it. We were always scared of speaking our mind. And I know I've been in this critical business for a very long time. I started as an ex-Muslim, so I started as an Islam critic. So our videos used to get taken down all the time. I got a lifetime ban from Facebook. This is when Facebook used to be full Nazi, but then Zuckerberg threw in the towel when Trump came into office. But I haven't gone back to Facebook. I have a Facebook account like a creator, but I don't post anything there. That culture is gone. Cancel culture is gone. You can now speak your mind. They're not going to come, or at least it's not going to be as easy to come after your jobs as it was in the 2010s. So my dear, lovely Americans, please do not let Islam win. This culture, this religion is not your friend. You've heard them. And these people keep saying it from their very own mouths. You don't have to believe me. Listen to them, what they say. I just played you what he wants. This is the reason why they want to spread Islam, change the minds of 10 other people. We can increase our numbers 10 times if every Muslim takes it upon himself to go and proselytize to 10 other non-Muslims. Why do you think they're doing this? This is another American Muslim proselytizer. Listen to what he's saying.
We are the messengers of the messenger. We are the representative of this deen of Islam. We have to be the solution. The future is ours. Every ideal nightmare of a Muslim Europe, they can be as mad as they want. I don't care. America will be a Muslim country. Russia will be a Muslim country. Islam will enter every house. We have to be a part of that change.
This is their goal. This is their goal. As my friend Nuria Khan once said, that Islam sucks joy out of your life. Wherever Islam goes, quality of life goes down. Everything sucks. Let me show you. This is the future of every Western country if we don't wake up. Look at this. That's the future. This is Afghanistan. Look at these women. I wouldn't mind seeing those blue-haired Pakistani women dress up like this because they are so obsessed with Islam. It wouldn't last a day. Anyway, I'm just joking, obviously. You write to your local politicians, your senators, congressmen. Tell them you don't want Islam. Islam is not your friend. I'm telling you. I'm not a prophet of doom or anything. I've just seen it. I've just been studying Islam for the last 15 years. It's a hostile culture. It doesn't mix with any culture. Just look around you. In India, who do the Hindus have a problem with? Islam. In Myanmar, China, who do these Buddhists have a problem with? Islam. Europe now, who do they have a problem with? Islam. Africa, who do they have a problem with? Islam. What's the common denominator? Islam. Through no fault of their own. That's just what Islam truly is. It demands its adherents to go out there and spread the word of Allah. It's written over and over again in the Quran. So it'll be a shame if the greatest civilization humanity ever came up with fell to beardos, cavemen beardos. But I don't think it's going to happen because I know you guys won't let it happen.